The military veterans meeting will reconvene in 7 days as the Deputy President David Mabuza says the meeting is not inclusive of all relevant stakeholders. Mabuza is in the province in his position as the chairperson of the Presidential Task Team on Military Veterans. Let's speak now to Newsroom Africa's Bafedile Moerane for more on this latest development. Bafedile, help us understand why this move.
Well, earlier on, Dudu, when we spoke, the Deputy President David Mabuza did have an engagement with the military veteran members who are here to represent various organizations. And he has said that it is not really inclusive of all the stakeholders that should be part of the meeting. And he has called on the provincial government to go back to the drawing board in ensuring that everyone comes on board within the period of 7 days. But for more details, let me speak to Sembo Pape. He is from the presidency to tell us what exactly transpired inside there and what is happening. Rabo Pape, thank you so much for joining us. The president is saying that really this engagement were not inclusive of all the stakeholders. Give us a context. Why is he saying that?
Well, His Excellency, thank you very much for the opportunity. Just to briefly conclude on what the Deputy President has outlined in the meeting that has just concluded of the Presidential Task Team on Military Veterans. You'd know that President Cyril Ramaphosa has assigned the Deputy President the responsibility to champion the work of the Presidential Task Team on Military Veterans, which is being put together to really address some of the pressing issues that were raised by military veterans earlier on when they embarked on an action that took place at the Union buildings to really raise their plight insofar as issues that concerns their livelihoods. So the Deputy President has this morning arrived in Mafikeng, which is a task that is undertaken throughout the country. The Deputy President has been in Limpopo to engage with military veterans associations. He has been in the Eastern Cape and throughout the country. So today he arrived here in the Northwest to really receive an update because the presidency plays a very critical role of performing work that the president has assigned to really ensure that as government in an integrated governmental format we really address the challenges that face military veterans because they constitute a very critical sector of our society as the people that have really fought hard for this liberation that we are now enjoying as a country. So today, the meeting was well attended. The Deputy President was well received together with the members of the Presidential Task Team on Military Veterans. He was accompanied by the Premier of the Northwest Province, Mr. Bushimapi, together with the Deputy Minister of Defense and Military Veterans, Tabang Makwetla, who both received an account of the work that has been done by the province to ensure that we accede to the demands of military veterans. So therefore the Deputy President then said we have to broaden up the horizon. We have to make sure that this process becomes more inclusive to include all the relevant stakeholders, but also we have to make sure that we give a clear account of the important work that government is performing in terms of addressing these pressing issues that military veterans have registered with government.
So we're going to reconvene the government, the provincial government is going to reorganize the meeting? Yes,
the Deputy President was quite clear in assigning the provincial government under the stewardship of the Premier to ensure that he brings together all stakeholders within this military veterans community to ensure that by the time we reconvene at the time frame, upon the time frame that he has given, all the important work of consolidating progress that has been achieved in this regard is put together and being agreed upon by all stakeholders. So we are quite confident that government has really demonstrated, and that is the feedback that we are receiving as well from military veterans themselves, that government is beginning to show their real commitment insofar as addressing their challenges, and it is incumbent upon all the stakeholders that were gathered here to ensure that they accede to the direction that the Deputy President has given.
Well, thank you so much. That's Sembo Pape. He is from the presidency. As you hear him there, indicating that in 7 days period, they will reconvene here in the Northwest capital. He has indicated that the Deputy President, David Mabuza, has engaged the provinces of Gauteng, Limpopo and Eastern Cape. Now, when it comes here to the Northwest, he wants to expand bigger into all the issues that are affecting the military veterans here in the Northwest province. We did engage some of them after the meeting there. They are saying that they are hopeful that the Deputy President will act swiftly, because they're saying that at this point in time, there's no time for dialogue, but time for implementation, because for a very long time they've been crying foul over their socio-economic issues, including educational matters for themselves as well as their families.
Bafedile Moerane, thank you very much for that update.